Hello everyone, my name is Dian Nugroho, Executive MBA IPMI class of September 2022. In this video, I'm going to share about mind mapping of corporate finance class at IPMI by Professor Rosemble. I create this mind mapping based on 8-week lecture, consists of class discussion, group discussion, simulating investment by group, creating video of book review, event analysis presentation, and reviewing a movie. Okay, let's go through my mind mapping. I divided my mind mapping into 8 main topics such as managing a company, its inside-out perspective, investment strategy and outside-in perspective, corporate restructuring is about the journey will not always smooth, right? Fraud risk management, what cause and how to prevent, dividend policy, debate on should publicly companies pay dividends, and all of them have intercorrelation among others, and at the end, it's about to maximize shareholder wealth. Let's start with the first mind mapping about the managing company. It's about holistic approach on managing a company. First, we learned about the 5 business essential by Professor Ramcharan. It consists of the cash is king, is the blood of the company, profit margin, velocity, growth, and also customer focus. The next one, we learn about the good corporate governance principle. Good corporate governance principle need to be transparent, accountable, responsible, fairness, and also the independency. At the end, we need to have a sustainable growth, which is we need to find the balance among people, planet, and also profits. Next, we learn about the value creation. Value creation consists of tangible and also the intangible things. The tangible one consists of the physical assets and also financial assets. The intangible consists of the employee and supplier assets, customer assets, organizational assets, and also reputational assets. We also learn about the 4 cornerstones of corporate finance by McKinsey & Co. The 4 cornerstones consist of 4 of value principle. Its value is driven by return on capital and growth and cash inflow. Conservation of value principle. You cannot create value by rearranging claims on cash flow. Base owner principle. A business value depends upon its owner capabilities. And the last one is expectation treadmill principle. The more investor expect on your share price, the better you must perform to keep up. Capital budgeting need to consider all cash flow, time value of money, and required rate of return. We calculate NPV, net present value, to have a visibility on present value of all cash flow, profitability index, to understand profit at present value, interest rate of return, to know that maximum interest company can survive, and payback period, to understand how many years it takes to cover initial investment. We also learn about the rule of 72. It's about the how long does it takes to double the investment at a certain compound rate. Next, we move to the corporate restructuring. Journey of a company is always bumpy. At certain point, when the company not be able to manage properly, it will causing financial distress and end up with the insolvency or even bankruptcy. In the corporate structuring, we learn about the process integral financial distress, starting with the early implements, and then the cash flow problem come up, failure, default, creating the insolvency, and even the bankruptcy. We also learn about the outcome of the financial distress. It's about the turnaround opportunity and also permanent problem. So then how about the surviving and transforming business? In the class, we're discussing about how to surviving and transforming business, starting by stop the bleeding. Cash is the blood of the company. So we need to make sure that the blood is enough to move around all the body to provide nutrient and also oxygen for the company. After that, we continuing with the financial restructuring, temporary pivoting, strategic realigning, redefining core business, and at the end, new ways of doing the business. Next, we move to the fraud risk management. Financial distress is not always created originally due to the misplanning of managing company. There is fraud that can cause company bleeding. In the class, we're discussing about 7 shenanigans. What common practice of fraud? In the class, we're discussing about the 7 shenanigans. What common practice of fraud? There are recording revenue too soon, recording bogus revenue, boosting income with one-time gains, shifting current expenses to a later period, failing to disclose all liabilities, shifting current income to a later period, and the last one is shifting future expenses into the current periods. We also learn about the fraud triangle. The 3 major causes of fraud is about the opportunity, pressure, and also rationalization. We learn about the whistleblowing mechanism. It's a tool to empower employee to identify wrongdoing and to protect the integrity of the organization. The last one is about the 4th type of incentive: physical, monetary, social, and moral. We learned that the social and moral incentive could be more powerful rather than the monetary incentive itself. The next one, we learn about the investment strategy. We learn about the investment strategy. In the investment strategy, we learn theoretically and practically. We learn about technical analysis such as momentum versus reversal, uptrend, downtrend, support resistance, and so on. We learn also about the fundamental analysis, domestic and global economic analysis. Domestic, we talk about the income, GDP, inflation. International finance, we talk about the foreign exchange market, arbitrage, the financial crisis. We discuss about the Wall Street movie review, subprime market crisis, same movie, and also the merger and acquisition. We learned case study about the leverage buyout of NBR Nabisco. The important things is to study the financial statement. You need to be able to read the balance sheet, income statement, and also the cash flow in order to mitigate the company at a good or bad condition. We use ratio analysis to diagnose company health. We learn about dependent analysis as well. We also learn about the capital structure. Interesting topic as we can maximize company value using optimal debt. It is related to maximizing level of tax reduction by using debt as capital. At the end, after monitoring investment simulation from week second till end of the class, we calculating risk, we calculating cap M, beta. We realize that the overall of group even overall class perform worse than the market based on professor sample information. We then learn that the market is efficient. Price reflect all available information. Price react instantly. Future market price cannot be predicted based on available information. We call it random walk. We know then we, as IPMI student, are the great-grandchildren of Eugene Fama. As Prof. Roy Sambal is actually the student of Professor Maldeker, and Professor Maldeker is Eugene Fama student. That's the lesson learned from the corporate finance that I can visualize into my mapping. Hope that this video benefiting for you. Thank you and wish all luck. Bye bye.